Hello everyone. Well, before we talk about our next snow chance, I do want to talk about the good news today, which is above normal temperatures and not much wind. Now, we're not talking about way above normal temperatures, but normal high temperatures this time of year are in the upper 20s, low 30s, and instead we're going to be seeing mainly low to mid 30s across southern Wisconsin. I'm not going to rule out around 37 degrees for Racine, Kenosha, get into the upper 30s. And again, stressing that there's not going to be much wind today. No more than 10 miles per hour. So no wind chill factor to worry about. Now, the sunniest part of the day is going to be the morning hours, starting out partly cloudy, but look for increasing cloud cover as we go through the day. So becoming mostly cloudy, and I think for most of us, eventually plain old cloudy skies. And it does look pretty cloudy tonight, but I tell you what, looking pretty quiet tonight. Here we are at 7 o'clock. There's a few gaps, and there might still be a few folks with mostly cloudy skies, but the cloud cover definitely thickening up. But I'm going to skip a whole bunch of time here. This is 7 o'clock this evening, and we're jumping all the way until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So very late tonight, early tomorrow morning. I say very late tonight because there could very well be still a lot of folks still asleep at 5 a.m., but I'm highlighting 5 a.m. as the start time for the snow. Most of us will still be dry, but notice how the snow is starting to creep into the southeastern part of the area. So now let's talk about the morning commute. Here we are at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And for the morning commute, it does look like scattered snow showers for places like Janesville, Lake Geneva, Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee. But notice to the north and west, not as much going on. We're just talking about isolated snow showers and flurries, and I really think that this is going to be the story for much of the day on Wednesday. A lot more going on to the south and east, and a lot less to the north and west. As far as the peak in the activity, notice not a big change from 8 a.m., but I'm thinking late morning is probably going to be the peak, and it still looks like mainly scattered activity to the south and east, but for most of us, Madison on up to the northwest, isolated snow showers and flurries, a little bit less frequent snow shower activity. Just a little bit drier air in place, and also it's an area of low pressure down to our south and east that's working by us, and that's why we're going to see more snow to the south and east. Notice that at 2 o'clock, the activity is starting to break up, so we'll be past the peak by the time we get into the early afternoon hours tomorrow. Kind of transitioning more to the isolated snow showers even in the southeast. Now tomorrow, look at high temperatures. They will probably occur around 2 o'clock or so, and it does look a little bit cooler for tomorrow, upper 20s, low 30s for high, so back to normal for this time of year, but breezy tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, we're talking about gusts 20, 25 miles per hour, so it's definitely going to be feeling colder, the wind chill factor coming back. Now, homebound commute. Good news here. I think for everyone, it is just going to be flurries. In fact, I bet for the western half of the area, no flurries at all. But for the eastern half of the area, I still want to keep the chance in for some very light snow, a possibility for the homebound commute. But most of the accumulation will be over with, and I think the last of the flurries will gradually come to an end during the evening hours, probably wrapping up around midnight in the Racine, Kenosha area. So let's talk about snow totals when it all comes to an end. Here's what I'm talking about, more to the south and east. So look how Madison, Watertown, Beaver Dam, Dodgeville, we're talking about a dusting to an inch for most. So most less than an inch. Now, Madison is kind of the transition zone. I'm thinking for Madison, the most likely snowfall amount is going to be around an inch, but I want to keep the window of opportunity there for perhaps up to 2 inches if it overachieves the low tracks a little bit farther north. But again, I want to leave also the possibility of Madison could see as little as a dusting, but let's say the most likely amount for the Madison area, right around an inch. And then north and west of Madison, definitely talking about less than an inch. But then look at Monroe, Janesville, Lake Geneva. There, we're talking about 1 to 2 inches. And I think the sweet spot is going to be Racine, Kenosha. For those locations, Racine County and Kenosha County, we're talking about 2 to 3 inches of snow.